But I'm going to bring you back out here to Florida, Daytona Beach, matter of fact, and that's because it is an exciting morning, and Fox 35 Orlando's David Martin is out at the first Buc-ees in the region. Good morning, David. How are things going out there?
Pilar, it's funny you mentioned Milwaukee about 20 seconds ago because it looks and feels like Milwaukee, Wisconsin right now in beautiful Daytona Beach, Florida, where you're right, the new Buc-ees has opened up. It's the second in the Sunshine State. Number one would have been in St. Augustine, but number two is right here in Daytona Beach. Now, behind me is one of the main reasons people come to a Buc-ees, to fuel up their cars, their vehicles. Now, let's test you, Pilar. How many gas pumps do you think Buc-ees has available for you to get gas at?
I'm trying to count. I always heard that it was 22 plus at Buc-ees, but that looks like more.
22 plus. That plus covers you, doesn't it? 104, Pilar. 104 gas pumps.
That is a lot of gas
big,
pumps.
Right? And that's why I say Texas big. It is, and that's where Buc-ees is headquartered, in the state of Texas. Now, when we turn the camera around, this is the other reason people come here. It's for the shopping. It might be easier to tell you what they don't have in Buc-ees than what they do have, but let's give it a shot here. When you come walking through the lobby, you see nothing but camping gear, maybe stuff for your RVs. They got grills. They've got, hey, how are you this morning? Good morning. Umbrellas and tents and chairs and coolers. And then when you walk in, that brisket smell just hits you right in the face. And you enjoy it, of course. Now, you know this. I know you've been to one of these. To our far left over here at Buc-ees, you'll have a lot of your prepackaged foods and drinks and things you might typically get in a convenience store. Candies, dried fruits, nuts, ices, a coffee bar. They've got it all when it comes to that kind of convenience store stuff. But what your local convenience store does not have, that Buc-ees has, is the world-famous restroom. Now, for men and women, you can walk right through the entranceway of the restrooms, and there is an art gallery on the way to the stalls and the urinals. You can actually buy the artwork from the restroom hallway of Buc-ees. Now, we're not going to go into the bathrooms. We did shoot some video prior to the Buc-ees opening up this morning at Dark 100, and you can see from the video it's very clean. All the stalls are constantly sanitized. You've got privacy walls from floor to ceiling. Your stalls have indicators on them that whether or not they're vacant, like your bathrooms on an airplane might have, for example. So you definitely know whether or not you need a spot, and there's always a spot. The bathrooms are enormous as well. That's a very important aspect. People say they are some of the best in the world when it comes to travel centers, and we agree. It looks great. Now, back out here live, we're walking through what I might consider the epicenter of a Buc-ees, their brisket station and their sweet station. Here's where you can get brisket 24/7, made by a world-famous pitmaster named Randy Pauly. He has made sure that every recipe for your brisket sandwich and your tacos and your burritos is done right. Texas right.
Yes.
And you know what I'm talking about. They're right here, as a matter of fact. Sausage, egg, and cheese, and a rhino right there. Sausage, beans, eggs, potatoes, cheese, and green sauce. Green sauce right there for you, Pilar. That is a true rhino taco. Now, let me make our way down to this side of Buc-ees.
David, let me ask.
A lot more dry goods. This looks like, go ahead, please.
Are there cowboy hats and boots in that Buc-ees?
To buy, yeah, people and all the employees have to wear cowboy boots and hats, right? But to buy, we're getting there. A lot of apparel here. How you doing this morning? This might look like a home goods store, perhaps, or I don't know what other kind of stores might. Some maybe country western stores, or your outdoorsy kind of stores. They've got everything you could possibly want. They've got soaps and candles and tchotchkes for your garden. And good morning. How are you? Good. Buc-ees swag, right? You got kids' chairs and T-shirts and stuffies. In the corner, I'm looking for those hats and boots. Possibly not boots. I'm not sure you're going to come here for footwear. You might have gotten us on that. But I will tell you this, Pilar. That 1982 shirt is a classic. Why is the year 1982 on this? Because in Lake Jackson, Texas, the very first Buc-ee's opened up in the year 1982. Got some cowboy hats, some big hats there, big 10-gallon hats behind us here. If you were looking for that, I guess we have that for you. But no boots. And of course, as you know, Daytona Beach would be the second Buc-ee's opening in the state. As I mentioned before, this would make it like number 42 or 43 in the country. And they are expanding in Florida. For those of you who say, why don't you come to Orlando? Maybe we just have to be patient. But they're making their way into the Sunshine State. So, Pilar, which Buc-ee's have you been to in your lifetime?
So I actually lived in Texas for 5 years, 3 different cities. So I've been to many Buc-ee's.
Oh, then you know their world famous jerky wall is very popular as well. I hear they have like 1.9 million flavors of beef jerky, and a lot of them are up here on this wall. I see a lot of people standing in front of it like they're at some kind of art gallery, and they're trying to soak in what is in front of them. There's a flavored jerky for every personality. Oh, ma'am, what kind of jerky would you enjoy this morning if you had to choose?
Steakhouse.
What does that mean? Like a steak flavored?
I think so, yeah. I think it's too early for lemon peppered and ghost pepper, but the steak always.
It's funny you said that. This place is open 24/7. It may be too early for you and me, but you know there's somebody out there who's eating a peppered beef jerky right now.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Are you enjoying this, Buc-ee's?
Oh, this is great.
Have you ever been to one?
No, it's my first time.
Me too. We're newbies, Pilar. Thank you,
I have
ma'am.
a recommendation for both of you.
Over here, I got to show you something. Go for it.
Beaver nuggets.
Oh, you're getting to that's my end. That's my finale. That's my finale. But before I get to the beaver nuggets, let me show you kolaches. Kolaches. I don't know how you pronounce it there in Texas, but I can tell you straight up. They've got like 12 different kolaches. Yeah, it's like super soft bread. You cut it open and there's a surprise in the middle, sausage and cheese, and it's kind of like a real tender empanada. Maybe is the closest thing I can kind of compare it to. Oh man, I've had one already this morning, and it is good. No regrets. And you mentioned, of course, something everybody has to get when they come to a Buc-ee's, and that is their world-famous beaver nuggets. I have yet to try them, but they've got them at every station here. They come in bags like this. Maybe you could describe what it tastes like, Pilar.
Yeah, so they're corn puffs.
Oh.
Delicious.
Okay. That's it. They're corn puffs, Paolo. That's it. They're just corn puffs. But they're very special corn puffs, aren't they? All right, so here it is. It opened this morning at 6 o'clock. There was a line that formed at Buc-ee's here in Daytona Beach starting last night at 11 p.m. So there were crazies out all night long waiting for the open. They get free T-shirts and some swag. But now it's officially open 24/7. Come enjoy Buc-ee's at the corner of LPGA Boulevard and I-95 in Daytona Beach, Florida. We'll send it back to you in the studio. Back to you.
All right, Fox 35's David Martin. Thanks so much. Have a good one.